Hello and welcome back to my solo self-found series in Cabal Online. For today's episode, I will be talking mostly about the mid system and about a little project that I will try to do in the next weeks, but more on that after I talk about the mid system in Cabal Online. Now, talking a little brief about the mid system, what I think about it, just as a short discussion about it. My take on it is not going for like the perfect stats in each slot, not going for like PvP or PvE. It doesn't matter for me, of course, at the beginning, but what I try to focus on at the start is getting as high as I can in mid grade so that I can get these passive stats as fast as I can. After that, I can see anyone trying to get like perfect stats in each slot, but honestly, trying to do that at the beginning, you need a ton of points. Even 10,000 points could not be enough for you to get one slot at the perfect grade, should I say. But yeah, in my opinion, you are best to follow getting as high as you can in the grade. With a little bit of luck, you can get to like maybe Uriel level quite easy if you do it smart enough. For me, for example, I need to do it very smart because I don't get a lot of points. As you know, I'm solo self-found. I don't do party dungeons to get more meat or do other stuff that will get me easier mid points. So yeah, I have to deal with the little I can get as smart as I can. So that's why the next thing that I will talk about is going to help me a lot, but maybe it will help you too, since I want to make it public and let anyone who wants to use it freely. But before I will get into my idea, a little bit of story, let's say, how I got to think about it so that you can understand why I want to do it. So to start with, as I said, each role in my mid tree is very valuable for me as I don't get that much mid points, and to do that as smart as I can, I started to create this little table here that you can see. These are the points that I have on my tree. This is the like minimum target to get an upgrade. This is the next best one, and this is like the final one that's quite impossible to get. It's very hard. You need a ton of luck, a ton of mid points. So yeah, and as you can see, for example, in like the indications here, this is easy, mid, decent, hard, and impossible. I like to call them like that. You can call them whatever you want, but the idea is that as you can see in these ones, it's not that much of an upgrade. Let's say here is just 10 points, here is just 6 points, but if you do this for like all the 78 ones and try to target the easiest ones, I believe, for example, for me to get from like Dominion to Angelus should be quite easy, just doing these green ones, these easy ones that could take like, let's say, a maximum of 10 rolls maybe. So yeah, that's why I started to do this, but as you can see, I stopped at one point. It takes quite a lot of time to do this, and to understand why it takes so much time, we are going to switch to the nipperlug website right here that I have opened. And for example, let's look at the first slot, node 1, and as you can see, you have expected rolls for these, like how many times statistically you have to roll one slot to have a chance to get this one. And even for this one, it's like 10% chance because you have other stats that can roll instead of that. But for the best one that you can get here, like PvE defense or PvP defense, I would always go for the PvE one. Honestly, I'm not that much of a PvP guy, but that depends on you. And also to get a chance to decide between them, it's quite, as I said before, you need to be quite lucky. But because as you can see, the final chance to get like the PV defense max roll is 0.003%, which I don't think are that good chances that you can get it very easily. As I said, you need to be very lucky. And that's why I went through all of these and tried to see, let's say I was at 60, the next best one would be like 72 or 70, or if I get more lucky, maybe 220. And that was kind of the idea. I went with this one and tried to get the best target for myself. But for example, when I took a look at like node 21, if we search for it over here, as you can see, the HP one, for example, is 260, and it's quite a slim chance that you can get it. But if you go a little bit down, the resist critical damage one gives you 300 holy power, which is the highest you can get on this slot. But the chances are way better than even the 261 or the ignore resist critical damage, which is still 300, but yeah, you can see the difference in chances between them. So for me, for example, I'm at 220. The next best one that I can roll to give me the more chances to roll that and to give me the most holy power that I can get, it's actually this one, the 300 one for resist critical damage. It might not be the best one, it's a PvP stat, it will not help me in the long run for the dungeons that I will run, but in holy power, it's the best one that I can get. So yeah, as you can see, you have to pay attention to a lot of them, to look at each and every one of them so that you can know which one you need to chase so that you can get the best outcome and progress in the grades further and faster. Now, with all that I said before in mind, I was thinking quite a lot by myself, what can I do to maybe make this research of mine go even faster and even get the best outcomes that I can and best pathing for my mid system, as it will take quite a while for me to progress it in a solo self-found way that I try to do. And the best thing that came to my mind was that I could maybe try to create an app. I'm not really sure right now if I will want to create a desktop app or a little website page that will take all the information from the nipperlug website. I trust it to be quite accurate and let you like having a fill-in mid panel where you can fill in all your current stats, like all these nodes, and after filling all of these, like pressing just one button, it will generate you like a roadmap, let's call it that, for how you can progress your mid system, how many rolls approximately you will do and all of that, so that you can make all that research that I made with just the press of one button and know exactly how you can do your mid system without any hassle, without wasting a ton of points, and yeah, having just a single thing that you need to do, like fill all your mid stats. That should take you roughly around maximum of 10 minutes if you're maybe putting them slower in, pressing a button, and after that, like let's say you have 10,000 points, being sure that following the list that the app that I will make will give you, you will get the most out of your mid points as possibly as you can. So that's basically the idea that I will want to chase. I will want to create it. I will create it. I will showcase the app once it's done, let you download it. As I said maybe in the last video or even in this video, the app will not be paid for. I will not charge any money for it. It will be free to use. Whoever wants to use it will be free to use it. So yeah, I just want to create something for the community to help with something that I could say I understand quite well, being the mid system. And yeah, let me know maybe in the comments if you think it's a good idea, if you have any other ideas that I should add. Also keep in mind that in the future I would want to extend this app, like having other things that you can generate or do some calculations, maybe even like adding the gear that you have and the app trying to generate some ideas on what exactly you might be able to upgrade, maybe what to chase in your upgrade. So yeah, I will try to do it as a evolving app, but the very first thing that I will focus on will be just the mid system. And yeah, maybe this will be a shorter video. I don't know. I always say that, and the video ends up being 15-20 minutes long. But if this was a shorter episode, don't worry, I will come with more updates in the next one. But in this episode, I wanted to focus on the mid system and the application that I will try to make in the future. As I said, I will showcase the app once it's done and once it's usable. I will let anyone use it. I will gladly take feedback, any other ideas, any improvements that it would need. So yeah, feel free to leave any suggestions of yours in the comment. Feel free to speak out your mind. I'm always glad to read each and every comment. And with that said, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you are eager to see the app that I will create. And as I always like to say, keep grinding, but don't forget to have fun.